Hello, students. Welcome to another lecture on Gray's Elegy. Far from the madding crowd's ignoble strife, their sober wishes never learn to stray, deviate from the path of truth. Along the cool, sequestered vale of life, valley, sequestered, peaceful, calm, they kept the noiseless tenor of their way. Yes, the poet says that the rude forefathers of the villagers who are lying buried in their graves, they never did anything wrong in their life. They lived a life far from the hustle and bustle of the day to day life, the struggles of life, restless activities of crowds, of in the people in the cities where the noise is almost maddening and where sin and evil dominate human life. They never far from the madding crowd which is mad, hankering after money, mad for worldly success, and ready to ignoble strife, mean strife efforts, and people are ready to do anything ignoble, anything mean, just to achieve worldly success. But these rude forefathers, they never did anything wrong in their life. They have sober wishes. They have gentle needs in their life. They have no wild, no bad ambitions in their lives. They had simple ambitions. They had simple desires which they could easily fulfill. Never learned to stray since they had simple wishes, so they never deviated from the path of truth along the cool sequestered wheel of life. Huh? They led a tranquil and cool lifestyle. They lived a cool life. Their life was like a valley which is peaceful, like a peaceful valley. Their life was also tranquil and retired and peaceful. They kept the noiseless tenor of their way, and they never deviated from the peaceful path of life. They never deviated from the path of truth. You even yet even in yet even these bones from insult to protect. Huh? But even then, although they were poor, they never did anything noticeable in their lives. But even then, in order just to protect their dead bodies, their ashes, their bones from insult, from any kind of humiliation, some frail memorial is still erected, constructed. Some frail memory, frail, weak, ordinary, humble, although they are not rich people. But even then, some weak, some ordinary memorial has been erected on each grave just to make a monument in their memory with uncouth rhymes and very ordinary lines, very ordinary quotations have been carved on these graves, on the stones of the graves, and shapeless sculpture decorated. And these ordinary graves have been decorated by some ordinary sculptor implores the passing tribute of a sigh. And these monuments, these constructed, these stones, these carved stones, don't demand anything but a passing sigh. But a sigh when they are passing from these graves. then their names, their years, spelt by some spelt by the unlettered muse. These carvings and the engravings on the graves, on the stones of the graves of these villagers are the work of some illiterate person. Therefore, the place of hymn and elegy supply. Therefore, they must have been misspelled. There must have been misspelled certain words. But these inscriptions serve the purpose of a certain publicity for these unknown people. And many holy texts around Shistru's and many a text from the holy scriptures have been written on these have been written on these stones are engraved on these tombstones that teach the rusting knowledge to die. And these words engraved on the stone eh, teach the villagers a lesson that death is inevitable in this world. Nobody can escape the clutches of death. These engravings teach us, show us the vanity of human life, so that we can we can reflect on these words and we can live a virtuous life. Thank you. From for who to dumb for forgetfulness a prey. Yes, बहुत सुंदर लाइन है. This pleasing anxious being ever resigned left the warm pressings of the cheerful day, nor cast one longing lingering look behind. Yes, yes. For who is there anybody who, while dying, does not have the desire to be remembered after that? For who to dump forgetfulness? Forgetfulness. Is there anybody who would like to be forgotten after his death? Pray victim. Who would like to be a victim of forgetfulness? क्या कोई ऐसा व्यक्ति है? In this world, each and everybody wants to be remembered after his death. कोई भी. एक रामानंद सागर का सीरियल आया करता था, सीरियल का नाम याद नहीं, दूरदर्शन पर बहुत पहले. उसमें एक कथा थी कि एक व्यक्ति को लेने यमराज आते हैं और उसकी इच्छा है कि अभी बेटे की शादी नहीं हुई, अभी बहू का मुंह नहीं देखा, अभी नाती नहीं हुआ, अभी मीन्स एवरीबडी वांट्स टू स्टे सम मोर टाइम इन दिस वर्ल्ड, स्टे फॉर सम मोर टाइम इन दिस वर्ल्ड. तो वही वाली बात है इसमें भी. फॉर हु टू डम्प फॉरगेटफुलनेस अवे, दिस प्लीजिंग एंग्सियस बीइंग एवर रिजाइन बीइंग ह्यूमन बॉडी. Whenever this life has its own pleasures, pleasing anxious, this life has its own pleasures and its own anxieties, its own pains. But is there any human being who, while giving up this life, wished to be utterly ignored and forgotten? Nobody. Nobody, while making his exit from this world, would like such a fate. This pleasing anxious being ever there. That is why whenever we die, whenever we leave this world, whenever we give up this human body, at the time of death, we cast a regretful look upon this world, left the warm pressings of this cheerful, nor cast one longing full of desire. Whenever we die, at the time of death, we always cast a regretful look upon the world and wished to be remembered after death in some way or the other. A dying man would not like to become the victim of oblivion, but he wants that a memory of his should remain in the form of a memorial or something or in any other form. That is why when we left these warm pressings, when we left, when we leave this world, when we leave this human body, when we die of the cheerful day, a wonderful life, when we leave this life, wonderful life, nor cast one longing, lingering. Is there anybody who does not like, who would not like, or who does not cast a look towards the world? Thank you.